The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money, money, money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money, 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 money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
At the Federal Reserve, we are strongly committed to achieving the monetary policy goals that Congress has given us: maximum employment and price stability. Today, in support of these goals, the Federal Open Market Committee kept interest rates near zero and updated its assessment of the progress that the economy has made toward the criteria specified in the committee's forward guidance for interest rates.
Wow, I'm impressed. Aren't you impressed? I never heard such a thing. This is the big announcement? This is it? Let me draw you an analogy. He just gave us a prescription for our illness, for this country's economic illness. And let me draw you an analogy, how strong it is to fix this illness we have. It'd be the same as giving a person who has stage 4 lung cancer and tell them to take an aspirin every 48 hours. And be careful, you may get addicted to the aspirin. This is unbelievable. This guy, or his Federal Reserve, for 13 years have been screwing the workers in this country. They've been screwing the labor force, the people who make $100,000 and less a year, a family, combined income. Screwing them. This is his prescription? So we've been living with a dollar that's been destroyed for 13 years. We've been living for 13 years with a dollar that has absolutely no buying power. For 13 years, they said to the retirees, you know what we're going to do? You know that 5% interest you get on your savings account? We're going to take that away from you. We're going to take $800 million a year away from you. And we're going to drop it down to zero, to maybe a little bit less than a quarter point. That's what we're going to give you for interest. So we can lower rates to zero for the large corporations and for the 1 percentile, the 1/101 percentile. So we're going to sacrifice you for 13 years. So now you got to go back to work. You can't retire. You got to stay on. Maybe you got to stay on 5, 6, 7 extra years. This is unbelievable. He's going to, think about it, he's going to make his first rate hike in March? What is he, nuts, in March? Are you kidding? Oh, then he's going to do 3 more. Over 2022? He's going to wait to 2022 and do 3 more. 3 over the whole year. And then he's going to do 2 more in 2023. And then, here's one. In 2024, he's going to do 2 more. Boy, this is really aggressive. See, he knows if he raises rates and he knows if he's supposed to do what he's supposed to do, that what was best for this country, which was to put this country into a recession when baby Bush destroyed everything. But instead, they decided, no, we're not going to go to recession. Not in 2008. No recession. And we haven't had a recession since 2008. No. See, he knows if he does anything aggressive, he will blow up this economy. And it needs blowing up. It needs blowing up. You can't fix this economy until they blow it up. You go all the way back to Obama and Bernanke, you go all the way back to these clowns. They all got rich. But Main Street didn't. What they did to make sure the 1 percentile got very wealthy at your expense and my expense by destroying the dollar, by making sure there's no purchasing power in the dollar, making sure that yields would stay so low so they get rich in buying tech stocks. Been doing that for 13 years. Are you kidding? This is nuts. He should have came out. Look, this is crazy. He should have came out and announced he's going to do whatever it takes to make sure the purchasing power of our dollar will increase. And if that means doing 10 rate cuts, increases today, that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do to fix this economy for Main Street. In fact, I'm going to start raising rates today. Every week, I'm going to raise the rates by 50 basis points. We're going to move these rates up, and we're going to blow this economy up, which we should have done years ago, and start over. Get rid of all these hang-arounds. Let's get rid of all these corporations. That's another one. Oh, he's going to cut back. Instead of $130 billion a month, he's going to print. He's been printing $130 billion a month, so he can go to all the bad corporations and say, oh, don't worry. You don't have to file bankruptcy. We're going to come in and buy your furniture. Oh, we'll buy that old lamp over there in the corner, and we'll buy this and buy that from you. So here you have some cash. Keep going for 13 years. That's what they've been doing. Well, at the expense of a person who is retired and he gets nothing on his savings. He gets nothing. Hardly any interest. This guy, what they have done, and this is the prescription, he should be announced he'll do whatever it takes to make sure there are no more stock buybacks. From now on, there's no more. We're going to make them illegal so the money starts going into business investment so that we finally can see the standard of living for people who make combined income of $100,000 and less a year. We want to see them survive. And also, he destroyed small businesses. These guys, by keeping the purchasing power of the dollar down, by destroying the purchasing power, so Caterpillar can go over and sell bulldozers in Europe and be competitive. But 25% of our small businesses went out of business because the dollar is so weak. Oh, but that's right. Caterpillar sold 25 more bulldozers this weekend. Well, 25 more small businesses went out of business. No more will small businesses. No more can they compete. They can't compete because you know why? You can't even go and get a loan for small business. Because what are these guys doing by making the dollar so weak and the purchasing power so weak? The government comes in and competes. They go to your bank and they tell everybody has a savings account or has a CD. No, don't leave your money here. Shift your money out of the bank and give it to us in treasuries so you can get more interest. And then when you have a small business, you want to add on to it or you want to go start one, you go to the bank and go, what do you mean interest rates are 10%? Well, we don't have enough money because the government's been competing. Because the government comes in and borrows all the money. Do you understand what they've been doing? By destroying the purchasing power of the dollar, these guys, the government, goes in and tells people with savings and CDs, pull your money out of the bank and buy treasuries. Then how do you start new businesses when the banks don't have any money to give you to start a new business? Because the government took it. They're borrowing all the money. This is insane. This is stupid.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grant at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days. Hi, I'm Phil Grant at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. And that's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
What if you could have an in-depth understanding of the stock market just like the pros? Well, thanks to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com, you can. philsgang.com offers comprehensive, up-to-date market information designed to help you understand and anticipate market behavior. With philsgang.com, you'll build your investing confidence even through down cycles and periods of uncertainty. Go to philsgang.com. philsgang.com today. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grant at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. And that's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
Thinking about investing in the stock market? Go to philsgang.com, where we have over 50 years experience in trading and investing in the stock market. Phil's Gang teaches you how to make profits in the market with stock chart analysis, up-to-the-minute alerts, and always keeping you informed with professional guidance in long and short-term positions. Go to philsgang.com or call one of our professional staff to answer your questions. 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Stop wondering about your financial future and start doing something about it.
Hi, I'm Phil Grant at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. And that's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
At today's meeting, the committee also decided to double the pace of reductions in its asset purchases. Beginning in mid-January, we will reduce the monthly pace of our net asset purchases by $20 billion for Treasury securities and $10 billion for agency mortgage-backed.
Unbelievable. Oh, they're going to double it. But how does that help you? Do you understand what that is? What he's saying is, we've been printing $130 billion a month, and what we do is go to these bad companies and we buy some of their garbage, put it on our balance sheet so they have cash and keep going. What we're doing is keeping them alive for 13 years. And because they've been doing that, when you go to the supermarket, food has been going up. Because by him doing that for 13 years, the purchasing price of the dollar has gone down. So when you go to the supermarket, you're paying double for everything that you used to pay for. This is how is this going to help you? That doesn't help you. By him going into a company and buying back their mortgage-backed securities and giving them cash, or buying some of their inventory, give them cash. It doesn't help you. What helps you is a good job with good benefits. That's what helps you. But see, he's a coward. He's not going to do what is right to grow our economy. He's a coward because he knows that he will blow this economy up if he did what was right. For 13 years, these people in Washington don't do what's right, which is to make sure our dollar is strong, to make sure there's no more stock buybacks, to make sure the money that we have, the companies have, put it back into business investment, not into stock buybacks. Stop business investments today is what he should have said. I mean, no more going in and doing stock buybacks. He should have said, I'm going to stop that today. That we're going to make sure all this money goes into, when a business has money, it's going to go directly. No more are they going to buy their own stocks. So the CEO, his income goes up 40%. Well, you, the worker at the same company, your income goes down. This is a nothing burger. See, they got to keep the top 1% and our owners, the 1/100th, the 1% happy. So nothing's going to happen here. Nothing's going to happen. This is silly news today. So let's do, and I told my members this, let's just do what we always do. Let's forget all this garbage. They're not going to do anything to help the country. They're only going to do what they can to help the 1% and the 1/100th, the 1%. They're not going to help the 160 million workforce. They're not going to help them. They care less about them. They're not going to help them at all. And what we're going to end up is like what happened in 1929. In 1929. This is so silly. You know, it's interesting. You go back to the 1929 crash. Following the end of World War I, there was 10 years of prosperity. 10 years of prosperity. Called the Roaring Twenties. And remember how the stock market participated in that prosperity? The stock market participated in 10 years of prosperity. Boy, we did the same thing. We're in 13 years of prosperity. Same thing. So it's a blueprint what's going to happen to us. What happened in 1929 is a blueprint where we're heading. Because he hasn't got the courage to do what's right. This is crazy. Do you know, and this is unbelievable, the margin money that they borrowed back in 1929, that their tourists in buying stocks, they borrowed, brokers could carry $89 billion. They would loan money so you could go buy stock. They loaned $89 billion out to people they could buy stock. All the people had to put down is 10%. 10%. That's it. So if they loaned you $50,000 to go buy stock, all you had to put down was $5,000. That's all you'd have to put down, $5,000. You could borrow $50,000 to buy stock, and all you had to do is put up $5,000. Can you imagine? Put up $5,000 and they give you $50,000. Put up $10,000, they give you $100,000. It's about where, and it's about the same where we are right now. So the Dow hit an all-time high, September 3rd, 1929. Why? Because the same reasons we're hitting an all-time high. Same thing. Because of all the money people could borrow, we call the tourists, so they can go and speculate in stocks. It's worse now than in 1929. We have so much in common in 1929. And what he's doing today is going to assure us the market's going to crash, because he's not willing to have the courage to fix it. September 3rd, 1929. Dow hits peaks, 381, all-time high. Dow hits 381. And why did it hit that all-time high, the 381? Due to the $8 billion in margin money. The people went and borrowed $8 billion to buy stocks. Well, why do you think we're at all-time high? People borrowed $1 trillion, same thing, so we hit an all-time high. Now, the first red flag they had in September 3rd, 1929, steel production started to fall off, house construction, car sales started to slow, and selling started to hit the stock market. Same thing. Same thing's happening here now. Car sales are slowing because of inflation. Home construction starting to slow. Same thing. October 24th, 1929, all of a sudden, bang, 13 million shares they dump. The big institutions. October 24th, 1929. They called it Black Thursday because it was so bad. Stock prices fell, dropped off a cliff. See, that's where we're heading. The same thing. You go down the line, what happened in 29 is a blueprint for where we're heading, because this guy doesn't have the courage to do what's right.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed, because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere, because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG. Try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy. Is your business prepared to respond to any emergency in the workplace? Well, you better be. Let over 30 years of law enforcement experience go to work for you. Boyd Investigative Group is here for all your business security needs. I know. I use them. They're terrific. Call today for your free confidential consultation. 941-724-4535. That's 941-724-4535. Or visit them on the website, BoydInvestigativeGroup.com.
License number A1900020.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy. Is your business prepared to respond to any emergency in the workplace? Well, you better be. Let over 30 years of law enforcement experience go to work for you. Boyd Investigative Group is here for all your business security needs. I know. I use them. They're terrific. Call today for your free confidential consultation. 941-724-4535. That's 941-724-4535. Or visit them on the website, BoydInvestigativeGroup.com.
License number A1900020.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here. And it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from, all that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
Welcome back. Are you a fan of the Phil's Gang radio show? Then you should check out philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. So, the reason I'm upset, because what a bunch of BS. He made sure that he's going to raise rates very slow so that he doesn't want to disturb the economy. He doesn't want to see the stock market collapse. And it has to. We need it to collapse in order to fix it. For 13 years, the market has been going up to make a very few people wealthy. Very few people. It's all about the 1% and the 1/100th of 1%, who now make an average of $27 million per household. If you're with the 1/100th%, there's only 11,000 of you in this country. They make $27 million per household each year. Well, the bottom, let's take the average income. Well, let's just take the average income for Main Street. The average income for Main Street are 160 workers. Combined, husband and wife, both working, is about $48,000. That's it. Take taxes out, you know. How do you live on $48,000 combined income? It's nearly impossible. But see, he didn't say anything today that would help that. He didn't say anything today that would help. Matter of fact, it's going to make it worse because he's not willing to let the market crash. but it's going to. It's on its way. What I'm going over right now is exactly what's going to happen. What happened in March 29th, we are mirroring that. Our margin money is what's driving up the stock market. They had huge margin money, $89 billion in margin money. We got $1 trillion in margin money, record high. They had a record high. Anybody could buy a stock, push that market up. The first red flag was our production was down, housing construction started to fall, car sales started to fall. We're starting to see that happen. By March, you wait and see. By March, wait and see our production. Wait and see housing construction. You wait, you'll see. Going to fall like a flying crowbar. October 24th, 1929, they called it Black Thursday. 13 million shares were dumped by big institutions, and guess what? So many shares were being dumped that it overwhelmed, that the sell orders overwhelmed the ticker tape. And sell orders were backed up 2.5 hours. They couldn't even get any buy orders in. The market just collapsed. So by noon, October 24th, 1929, a group of Wall Street guys got together, investment bankers. They said, hey, they were convinced that all these stock prices were going down, that they were bargains. And they started buying a dip. Ooh, does that sound familiar? Buy on the dip. Buy on a dip in a downtrending market. Just like what they've been doing for 2 weeks here. Buying on a dip in stocks that the money is going out. You only buy on the dip when the money's going in. They did the same exact thing. Bought on the dip. But this is interesting. That was by noon of October 24th. They did it to stop the selling. And they were convinced they wanted to buy on the dip so they get all these bargains. Same thing we're doing. That was noon, Thursday, October 24th, 1929. Monday, that weekend, investors had time to think about it, and they said, wait a minute. Let's sell into this buy on a dip rally before we lose everything. So all the people who bought on a dip got so screwed because come Monday, October 28th, investors sold right into that buy on a dip rally. Are you kidding me? Does that sound familiar? Go look at all these stocks we bought, but the people bought on a dip. Look where they are today. And then they had margin calls on that Black Monday, October 20th, 1929. And we're going to start getting margin calls. This is unbelievable. So margin calls. They had to sell, they had to cover $8.9 billion. Traders. Instead of covered, they said, sell my stock, just get me out. And that's how Black Tuesday came. The next day, October 20th, 1929. So Monday and Tuesday, there was so much selling that hit the tape, it froze the ticker tape up. Now, I can't do that now because we're technology now. But the point is that what's happening right now is what we saw happen in 1929. And then it took, think about this, when the market started to crash, and when they closed the market on November 1, 1929, they opened it up on Monday, November 4th, 1929. But the selling continued. It continued from November 4th, 1929 to July 8th, 1932. Same thing's going to happen here. Same exact thing. This guy just put us on the course of the biggest crash ever because he doesn't have the courage to do what's right. Because why? Because it's the wealthy who control everything. Our owners, they control everything. They do not want a recession. They like it just the way it's going, where Main Street gets poorer and poorer. And you know, it's interesting. I have my chart, what I call my divergence chart, where it shows where the stock market went up 9,500% from February 2020. Remember we had that, March. From February to March 2020, we had the crash. Remember it went down 30%? And then it went up about 95%. And what's amazing is how they're propping this market up. And when you start looking at all the divergence, you wonder, how can this be? How can the market not be crashing? When you got the Treasury yields at a 13-year high, we increased our money supply by 336% in 18 months. The labor participation is stagnant. High oil prices is killing people. High gasoline is killing people. And now we have an inverted yield curve, which tells us, the inverted yield curve tells us the truth, not Powell. The inverted yield curve is telling us that it's a recession. A recession's coming. It's a warning. Then we have valuations that are insane of stocks. You know, stocks that we're buying today, if you compare their value to our economic growth, the ratio's insane. It should be at 69%, but it's at 216%. The market crashed in 2000. .com crashed because it was at 150. We're at 204%. The housing.com, remember that bubble? It crashed 155. We're at 204%. Then insider selling. 48 CEOs just dumped $200 million each. The Walton family, another $7 billion. They never sold that much stock. And they're going to say, well, that all has to do with their 10B-1. No, it isn't. Stock buybacks. Our margin debt. This crazy buy on the dip. So what do? Well, let them have their fun. Let them keep trying to push this market. Let them keep trying to push the market. And every time they're going to keep trying to push this market higher, we'll keep buying the best stocks. We got our members in the best stocks. And here's what our members don't have to worry about. When the market does start to crash or stocks start going down, they make money on the way down. Because, see, our members are part of the 20% who make money all the time, or most of the time. They're not part of the 80% who lose money consistently. 80% of the people in the stock market lose money consistently because they listen to this garbage. They listen to this garbage that we're hearing today from Powell. This is insane what he said today. See, he should be looking at all of us today and say, you know what? I know what's been going on for 13 years. I'm stopping it. We're going to raise rates between now and 4 weeks from now 12 times. And we're going to fix this. The coward.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Did you know breast cancer kills 113 people every day? That's unacceptable.
African American women die from breast cancer nearly 41% more than Caucasian women.
That's unacceptable.
Breast cancer is the leading cause of all cancer deaths for Hispanic women.
Breast cancer is unacceptable.
Together with Susan G. Komen, we're committed to reducing U.S. breast cancer deaths by half.
And we're going to do it by 2026.
Visit Komen.org/unacceptable.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here, and it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from, all that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
What, are you nuts? If the stock market can make you so rich, especially Apple and Microsoft and Google and Amazon and the rest, why are so many Americans poor? If the 401k promises you a retirement, then why is it we are in a retirement crisis? Here's the answer. Because 85% of you get out of the market too late. I fixed that with my color-coded chart, which tells you when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out. That's right, when to run like hell. Check it out. You get a free membership and the free color-coded chart for 10 days. Check it out, philsgang.com.
Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
The current debt is $28.9 trillion. Today, Joe Biden is preparing to sign a bill raising that by $2.5 trillion. $2.5 trillion is the largest increase in the debt ceiling in the history of our country. It is unprecedented.
Unbelievable, isn't it? Look, all I'm telling you today is this. For someone like me, who's been on this earth for 75 years, seen all this stuff going on, all these different administrations, been in the market for 51 years. When I listen to this stuff today, that this is his prescription to fixing the economy, he's a coward. So what do? Well, we make sure our members continue to make money no matter what they do. The only way we can get our members to make money fighting this is they got to know how to short a stock. For people who are in the stock market and all you do is buy, for you poor people that are in the 401ks, you're dead, and more dead. Then they dig you up, take you out of your dirt bed, turn you over, and kill you again. That's how bad 401ks are. 401ks are garbage. They're the biggest skimming operation in this world. You're so much better off just putting your money in the spreaders. I know you won't do that because you're sucked in on that. Well, they match me when it's not a match at all. I know. I ran 2 public companies. It's not a match. It's an illusion. I'll get into that one day. Right now, what I'm trying to tell you, what happened in 1929 is happening right now under our noses. My members, it will not matter to them. To them, they don't care about what Powell said today because it doesn't make one bit of difference to them in the stock market. Sure, their personal life it does, but the stock market, they're going to be making money whether the market goes down or whether the market goes up. Every day we take people who are busy. They don't have time to come to class, don't have time to learn. And every day, Steve, as head of our education department, every day tells them exactly what to do with the stocks in our portfolio. My portfolio has the same 6 stocks, been in their portfolio for 5 years. We have another portfolio called our Working Investor Group. Free. You get it free for 10 days. And every day during the 10 days, he tells you exactly what he is doing with our portfolios.
Because of the FOMC meeting at 2 o'clock, we're just going to be moving our stops on some of these positions, right? We're not really going to be adding to too many positions.
Now, did anybody call you about your stocks and what you should do before this meeting? We've been talking to our members all day long, to tell them just cool it. Take some profits in your profitable stocks, put some stops in. Let this all settle down now after this garbage day today. Let it all settle down. And then we'll make sure we're in the stocks that have relative strength, stocks that we've been making terrific money on. We'll be in stocks that are going down by shorting them, making money on the way down. They don't have to worry. And in 10 days, you get this free. In 10 days, you can make that decision. I'm not going to sell you. You're going to sell yourself on the membership. At the end of 10 days, you're going to say, as the majority do, not everybody, but the majority, God, I wish I did this years ago. It's unbelievable. The lesson to be learned, when the yield curves are inverted like they are now, do you know what's going on? It gives you the heads up that looking out 24 months, the economy is going to really suck. In 24 months, this economy is going to be so bad. They're putting us in a direction of no return. Why? Because they're cowards. They don't want to disappoint our owners. The 1/100th of 1%. He gets his $24 million salary every year. They want to disappoint them because they make all their money in the stock market. And the 1% they don't want to disappoint. They make all their money in the stock market. The stock market's a wonderful place, but only if you have the skill to know when to get out of a certain stock. And then you have the more skill when to take that stock when it turns from going up to going down. You just switch your position. And with our Pro 2 color-coded chart, we have a program. We do that for you. You don't have to come to class if you don't want. You don't have to learn anything. At least every night when you get home for 10, 15 minutes, just check in on our portfolio. And whatever stocks that you have or you're participating in our portfolio, just do what you're told by the video. For the past 92 years, historians, economists, all these geniuses you see on CNBC and Fox and Bloomberg's, for 92 years, all these geniuses continue to study the stock market crash in 1929 in the big hope of discovering the secret to how did it boom? Then how did it crash? What happened? 92 years they've been studying this. What are they, stupid? 92 years. It's simple. It's simple to figure out. They've wasted $22.3 million in grants to these so-called historians, economists, and geniuses, giving them grants of over $22 million to find out why fish jump out of the water. You know the flying fish? Why they jump out of the water and they go back in the water. Yes, you and I paid $22 million for these people to study it. You know what they found out at the end of the day? You know what their answer was? Simple. They jump out and they jump back in because it's fun. It's no more complicated than that. It's the same thing as the stock market. Why did the stock market rally and why did the stock market crash? Why? There's no secret. There's no secret to why we have market booms and busts. It's called greed and power. The very wealthy, our owners, they're the bubble makers. They're like the fish who jump out of the water and jump back in. It's fun. It's fun for them to create bubbles. The big stock market bubble on the way up, they get rich. The big stock market bubble on the way down, they get rich. And I've dedicated 51 years to this business so that my members will be on the right side of those trades so they don't care anymore if the market's going down. They don't have to worry about this idiot today, Powell, getting out there and telling. I couldn't believe what he's telling us today. He said income is growing. No, it's not. Income is not growing for the average person. It's not. How can, I mean, look what inflation is. How can he say that? Income is growing because we have more jobs. The jobs we have suck. They're service jobs. Look, all these people who bought on the dip, like Alaskan Air, look at what's happened to them. Look at the people who bought JetBlue. Look at the people who bought Norwegian Airline on the dip. They're losing all those gains. They're losing, and most people get in late because they never start out early. They always wait till late. They're so cautious. Oh, I'm going to wait and see another day. I'm going to wait and see. They're all losing money. All those people who bought stocks on the dip, like Netflix, losing money. How about the people on TDOC? TDOC. They started to buy stocks. They started to buy stocks on the dip on December 6th. On December 6th. It went from $88 up to $102, and they thought they were heroes. You know where the stock is right now? The stock right now is about $92, $93. They're losing all their gains. Look at the people who went in and bought Zoom. They thought they're going to make money, buy on the dip. Just the same thing happened in 1929. They went and bought Zoom. $175. They thought they were making money. It went up to about $200. It's already back right now to $183. Matter of fact, we even hit a low today of I think it was about $174. So my point is, don't listen to these people. Listen to the messages from the stock market. The biggest message you're getting from the stock market is the inverted yield curve, and it's telling you in the next 24 months this market is cratering. But in the meantime, let's make as much money as we can on the way up, because we're going to certainly make a lot of money on the way down. No more are you going to lose money when the market drops. That's ridiculous. You shouldn't be losing money on a down market. See you on the chart.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.